That's how I hit my head off the fucking light all the time. That's
We'll
right.
stop it.
If I loosen it up, it won't bug it. But yep.
There. It's still good. As long as it stays.
Alright. Anybody tuning into the live stream? We're just working on another tattoo here today. Nice barbed wire rose. Yeah, this has got to be one of the coolest designs, man, I've ever seen in my career of doing tattoos. Stepped in this girl one time, and I like dropped my paper towel or something like that, and got a new one. She's like, oh my god, the dude that I get tattooed by, he would have picked that right up off the floor and used it. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? She's like, oh yeah, I've seen him do it. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, that's a no-no.
bike you hang there?
You know, yeah, I usually have it in here just because if we're gonna go riding, it's usually leaving from here if we're already in town. But no, I've been doing some riding at home and riding in DuBois and shit. But, yeah, I haven't brought it back. It fucking annoys me that it's not here. I like to just look at it every day. But at the same time, it's like I know if it's not hanging there, it's because I've been riding. So
I just bought a deep pig.
oh yeah, like a 20-inch.
Yeah.
No, sick, dude.
I had one when I was like, I don't know, 16 I must have been when I had that one. It was the last new BMX bike I bought, dirt jumping bike though.
Oh yeah.
My kids were kicking out of them, so I ended up buying one on eBay, vintage. Like,
Right.
that made me feel like I'm old as fuck when you're buying the bikes advertised as vintage from when you were
Yeah, right. Well,
teenager,
it's no
like,
different than like with these tattoo supplies. Like this is a tattoo machine right here. Wireless, all in one, no cord, no pedal, and a cartridge needle.
yeah.
It's like, man, it's like now you see like people advertising like old school tattooing methods, like using coil machines. It's like, well, fuck, man. Like, I guess that means I'm old. Like, 'cause I use the old method. You know, like, yeah, it's crazy.
But I need to build a six-pack downhill. But I don't have to fucking.
Well, your idea is to not have to pedal, right? You
Yeah,
gotta just flow through it.
fast.
Yeah, man, hit me up. I'll help you build some dirt, John.
Yeah. We've got a motocross track out back.
Oh, sick, dude. Hell yeah. My buddy, he has a fucking, I mean, highly impressive piece of property where he's got a set of BMX trails and like, you'd look at that and you would swear that it was all done by fucking equipment, but 100% of that is all shoveled and fucking wheelbarrowed. Like, I mean, he's moved hundreds and hundreds of thousands of tons of dirt.
There's some old trails right behind the cemetery we built 25 years ago.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Like he's got, probably 2 dump truck loads into one landing, and the one landing. I mean, he's got, probably 15, 20 different sets. He's actually in the process right now of like he did bring in an excavator to dig out the bowl. Like he's cementing in a bowl on the outside of the trails and stuff. Like it's a full blown compound, man. Like we're actually going down there on the 1st for the Halloween jam. It's a good time. I'm the only one that fucking shows up. I got pegs on my bike and shit, like, 'cause these are all dirt riders that go down there. They're all, solidified fucking trail riders, like, but it's cool, man, because I ride that place like a street rider, like, I ride it completely different than most of the people that ride there, and, like, get a lot of love from the dudes there, like, opening up lines and shit, dude. Like, it's so fun, man. And he, Jaden, he's gonna get to go for the first time, so like it'll be his first experience, like even riding like a pump track and shit like that. And you know how beneficial that shit is just to have him bike control and comfortable going fast. I wish there was a racetrack around here that we could get him into BMX racing. And I would definitely be all about entering the old dogs class, the 30 and over club, my buddy Chris, got his 2 younger boys into racing, and they just fucking took it by storm, like fucking winning and everything. And they didn't even got, a lot of these kids are on like really expensive race kits and shit. And these guys are just on their fucking street jobs, So like, it's pretty cool, man. Like they just absolutely loved it, Yeah, racing is so cool. I would have loved to have gotten more into racing whenever I was younger, but I'm a street rider at heart, so like I want to ride rails and ledges and stair sets and shit. But I do love jumping dirt, man. I got a whole bag of tricks that just work so good for the dirt jumps, man. get back out there. It's about 3 hours away, so we don't get the chance to go down there very often. But when we do, man, we make the most of it.
Oh yeah, I haven't rode in fucking 20 years now, really. I mean, I bought it just to be a dick to my kids. We have an indoor, so I bought it in the wintertime. We took the tractor in there and fucking,
Oh yeah.
yeah, started digging up fucking holes in her indoor for her horses.
Yeah, it's a shame. I wish there was, more of a scene around here. But like even, Kersey has that skate park, man. I have literally never seen anybody there on a bike. Like I've never seen another person there riding BMX.
When I was a kid, man, we did old Stackpole complex over here. It was empty as shit, man. We went in there and built our own.
Yeah, see, and that's what I mean.
Like we used to use pallets and then tear down. The place was abandoned, man. We used to
Right.
tear their fucking walls down and use umbrellas.
Well, and that's my point. When we were younger, we didn't have skate parks. We didn't have all this shit inaccessible. We couldn't drive to places to ride. So, like, we made our own shit.
Yeah, in abandoned buildings in fucking shit-sized town. Now all them places are crazy because now as an adult I work in them when I go contractor and shit.
Well, now you'll be the person like,
ramp in
hey,
that
kid, you
corner."
can't fucking ride your bike in here. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, like, your era of riding, and obviously you're more inclined to like dirt jumps and stuff like that. So do you run like a straight cable? You got brakes and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. See, I really want to build a dirt bike. Because like I said, I mean, realistically, like it's too much of a nuisance for me to like take my pegs and shit off and all that if we're going to ride dirt for the day. But like,
Dude, yeah.
I'd love to have a dirt setup.
Look on eBay, man. There's all kinds of people selling that shit, man. Paid $600 for that bike.
Well, I was gonna buy my
Think
bike.
about it, man. That bike was my parents probably paid $600 for that. It was
Easily.
DK six pack. The fucking thing is mint. Like
That's so awesome, dude. It's probably just somebody who fucking had it for 20 years, stopped riding it,
yeah.
put it in the garage, and that was it.
Yeah, and
That's sick, dude. You're gonna have to send me some pictures of it, dude. I bet you it's fucking awesome.
yeah,
Because I follow all these.
original. And mine was green when I was a kid. They had the green one, the blue one, and the orange one.
Right.
And I got the blue one this time, but
That's cool, man. I had a General Lee whenever I was younger.
yeah.
And it's funny to see how different the bikes are now, because that bike, came in like 40 pounds. Now my bike, I mean, I don't have brakes, but I run pegs. I don't have a whole lot of hardware, but my bike sits at like 26 pounds or something like that, which is about average, nowadays for a bike. But like, that's,
Back when I was jumping dirt, it didn't matter. You wanted it heavy, so when you fucking
right. You want to bring it back down because you're going straight up. You want something that's going to bring you back.
I mean, we never had huge shit, because we dug them with a shovel, but like.
Well, and dirt jumps have changed now
We
too.
used to do stupid shit like jumping through trees and all that
Right.
gas and shit. Like kids got fucked up on our shit.
Well, and it was more about really jumping big gaps back then too. Like, we used to jump 20 and 25 foot doubles and shit, but now all of the jumps are this close together, but you go straight up. So like the way that dirt jumping is has changed so much. It's not about big fucking
like and
distance.
then after it was funny because like after high school and shit, done riding, work and everything. Then I got into mountain biking, me and my brother and my uncles, and we used to fucking run down that trail behind the cemetery, just falling into that shit. And it was like, now we're on our $5,000 mountain bike hitting them.
Well,
It's so hard to hit them, like, and not overshoot them and fuck the rhythm up on them mountain bikes.
right. It's cool though, because like I keep telling her, like I really want to play around with larger wheelbase bikes. Like, I actually owned a bike shop about 5-6 years ago, and I had obviously all kinds of like really expensive shit, which is my first experience into like these $5,000 fucking mountain bikes and these tracks and shit, hydraulic disc brakes.
I have a giant Rainier.
So it's like, man.
Which isn't the giant that they sell at fucking Walmart,
Right. Obviously, they sell legitimate bikes.
this is
Like it's not their.
a giant Rainier. I still have it. It had the first Avid disc brakes on it, hydraulic ones. You know.
Yeah, I got to ride, these dirt jumpers and all this stuff because that's what I would end up finding. Something that has more of a BMX feel. I like the hard tail, but having a little bit of front shock would be cool.
I always ran a hard tail because I'm too big of a guy. Like I could never.
Well, I don't like that compression. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't feel like
my
because
brother
I'd
would
bottom
have
out.
full suspension bikes, and I would try his sometimes, and he would crank it up. He's half the size of me. He would crank it up, but yeah, they're sweet when you're going down off the hill, but when you're trying to climb up the hill,
Right. Or jumping. That's what I think too. Like when I'm jumping, I'm so used to like no compression. So it kind of fucks with like how you kind of pump into a transition. When you're pumping, you got to compensate for that shock absorption.
And it's different when you're going down through with them things and you're just going over logs and whatnot. Holy fuck that.
That's my favorite thing. You can just rip through everything.
You're not used to that on a fucking full suspension bike, man. First time I hit a log that was bigger than like 8 inches. The back tire bounced that fucking.
Oh, Bronco'd ya. Oh no. That's the worst feeling ever.
Everybody comes up on me.
Because with them shocks, you like get slingshotted.
They're like, my face is covered in dirt, and I'm just like, because the seat came up and fucking trounced me right in the side of the ass, right in my ass cheek, And I was like, fuck. Like dead leg, like your face. I'm like, my ass.
But now they make 22, 24, and 26-inch mountain bike or BMX bikes. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it's crazy that they're like making these BMX bikes at larger geometries now for adults. Because obviously we've been riding around kids' bikes forever, But like with these 22 inches, it's crazy to see because it's the exact same geometry and feel as a BMX bike, but it's a larger wheelbase. It's pretty interesting, and We the People just came out with the first. They're the first ones to manufacture a full suspension 20-inch BMX bike. And it's kind of crazy. They're fucking $2,000. Which, if you look at mountain bikes, that's not you don't even flinch at that price. But it's crazy, man, to see, because I watched this dude, his name is, I don't know what his actual name is, but on Instagram he's Semkok, some fucking Russian dude. But he is always riding this fucking full suspension 20-inch BMX bike, and it's crazy to see what he's doing on that thing. Like, it's ripping. It's so crazy. I don't think I can get behind it, but it is cool to see. There's still evolution happening in the bike world.
Yeah.
And now you got all these e-bikes too. But I'm definitely at some point gonna buy a dirt jumper, something to take a little bit on. Have you ever heard of North Park?
No.
Down by Pittsburgh. Well, they have a full asphalt pump track, and then they have a full downhill course, and it's got like whale tails and everything. The big features and shit. And nothing there is like too big of a drop. Nothing's too scary. They do have a jump line though, and it's just all giant tabletops. But man, dude, if the last one's a 10, 15, 20 foot gap, dude, it's a fucking sender, dude. It's crazy. I tried to hit it on my BMX bike, and obviously that shit's not smooth because it's made to be ridden by downhill shit. But it was crazy, man. I went down this insane fucking downhill course on my 20-inch, and it's the roughest fucking shit ever. To get to this whale tail just to do some street moves on it. It's pretty cool. I definitely would like to go back there sometime, but with something legitimate to ride that course with. It's pretty nice. I wouldn't expect anything like that around here. You see Colorado and all these places now are building these giant indoor and outdoor dirt parks and shit. It's crazy.
Dude, Travis Pastrana and Matt Huffman made it cool. So
you're damn right. And for that we thank you. Huge shout out to Pastrana. Because he's been pushing it for a long time. And I don't know if you watch any current BMX or anything like that, but you want to see this generation's Travis Pastrana, look up Ryan Williams. And he's doing stuff that, what I would consider that's video game shit.
Yeah.
And then if you want to look into what's really pushing the boundaries for mountain biking, I'm sure maybe you've heard of Red Bull Rampage.
Yeah.
So So Rampage is obviously like, I don't even know how you get good at that. Like, how do you get good at going down a fucking mountain and not dying in the process
Well,
of trying to
Travis
figure it
Pastrana
out?
just had this kid trying to do a quad backflip at his place.
Yeah. What did you see?
He didn't. I watched him. I haven't seen him make it yet, but they kept doing videos of it. He was doing it into the bag, and then he sucked him into taking the bag out, and they're like, "You're not ready yet." And that swirly fucker was
Oh my
like,
god! Whoever sent Street Bike Tommy fucking front flipped over the foam pit, they're probably a little hesitant now. Like, you know what? Give it a couple more into the resi.
Them guys are nuts now, you know. And
Well, they just did this thing with like these gymnastic guys because Travis Pastrana owns the world's largest trampoline. Also, it's like it's unreal big, you know, for fucking motocross and shit. Well, so they had a dude. He broke the world record for the highest backflip on a trampoline while Travis Pastrana did a backflip over top of him on the dirt bike. So they did an over and under.
have you ever been to one of them Nitro Circus shows?
Long time ago.
Dude, you like watch it on TV? It's nothing.
It's nothing like.
You go there and you watch them idiots on them fucking power fights.
Oh, dude, I love that because like that's the shit. Like if I had the means and the money and the ramps and the space, that's what I'd be doing. I'd be jumping recliners and lawn chairs and shit.
When we were kids with them little things.
Right. Oh, it's so funny to see them take them big wheels and shit off.
Yeah.
You know, and then look at these dudes who are doing the shit in the wheelchairs. You see these guys? I mean, talk about a next level of fucking crazy. Going off a mega fucking ramp in a wheelchair doing a backflip 360. Like, what the hell? Ain't got no legs, but you can huck a fucking flip three.
Yeah.
It's unreal, dude. But see, Ryan Williams, he's on the Nitro Circus team. So you've probably seen him.
Yeah, probably.
They call him Laura Willie.
Yeah.
But he's unreal, dude. He went pro as a scooter kid, and then, you know, broke a bunch of world records, did a bunch of world firsts in scooters, and he's like, maybe I should try BMX, you know. And MX and same thing, like gold, world record, world first. And like he's just out there having a fucking blast, dude. Like he's not even trying with these guys, dude. Like it's crazy. Like, well, you know, maybe I'll just try to do a front flip 1440. Yeah, nobody's ever done that. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah, and it just all goes back to, you know, Travis Pastrana and this, you know, because he's the one who first used an airbag with motocross and built a foam pit for dirt bikes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's like
huge innovator of the sport.
Any kid has any balls wants to go try shit, he's like, bring it. I watch him all the time on there. He brings these people, let these kids come and try to die on his shit.
Sign a waiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also crazy to see what's happening like in women's BMX too, man. Like there's some fucking women pros right now, dude, that are better than I could ever dream of being. It's like, holy shit. You know, there wasn't even one girl that I knew of that rode BMX. You know, like not in a magazine, not in a video part, not in fucking nothing. Now it's huge. You know, like I mean, give it a couple more years, they're gonna be right up there with the dudes. Like as far as the progression, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm actually in the process right now of like designing our backyard setup. And, I'm more of a street rider, so like I definitely want to like build like a street plaza section. You know, just a little fun box. You know, some rails, a couple ledges, and then I got a spot where we're gonna either
Introduce you to a kid in town.
Yeah,
Devin,
please do.
He's got some rails that he just has sitting in his weld shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. You can go, it's huge shop. You can go in there and ride if you wanted.
Are they for like, you know, like For BMX, skateboarding? Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the heads up on that, dude. Because, like, since I've been in this town, it's like, man, like I said, I haven't really seen anybody even. Like, I miss, like, you know, you used to see people outside skating and shit, you know? And it's like, man, I don't see it.
I even said it to my wife, like, we had to pick my daughter up at the Boys and Girls Club, and I was like, you know, when I was a kid, we were fucking, like, we went in the Boys and Girls Club to pick her up, you know, and I was early, so, like, I walked around in there, you know? There was, like, no fucking kids in there. There's no bicycles outside. When I was a kid, the cops used to get so fucking mad at us.
For all the bikes in the sidewalk?
For, like, not having your bicycles, like, leaned up against the
Right,
building.
right,
Like,
because they
you know
just
what I mean?
pile up in front of
'cause
wherever
it'd
you
be
were
like,
at.
in front of Boys and Girls Club, there'd be like 20 fucking bicycles. Like, I don't know. I never see a kid on a pedal bike in town ever.
Well, and like I get like BMX isn't, you know, as popular as like I said skateboarding. Even you see more
I don't
kids
see a
riding
kid riding
scooters.
fucking any kind of bike.
I know, dude. What the fuck?
Like,
I hate it, dude. And I
when
lived in
was a kid,
Clarion
I lived
too.
way up on top of North Michael, and my friends lived on the other side of town. My mom would make us fucking, you'd be riding your bicycle 3 fucking miles to a
Right.
friend's house. Like, you know? Oh, you want to go to your friend? Ride your bike.
Right. Well, and I lived in Clarion for a while, dude. And that's a college town, and I did the same thing. No fucking scene. It's like, what the hell, dude? Like usually, like in a college town, you
Video
have
games, man.
that's pretty much what it boils down to is like now everybody's getting their, you know, their entertainment inside, you know, so the physical activity is too hard. I'd rather play a game about riding or skating, you know, like so. Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, we lived in that generation where we had both, you know, like we didn't grow up with it, so we, you know, we had tons of other stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know, and then whenever it came about, we found a balance, you know, like, because that's a, I seen some post that was like, you know, some meme, and it was like, oh man, I can't imagine, you know, growing up in the world without the internet, being stuck inside all day without the internet. And it's like we weren't stuck inside.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. We were outside, you know what I mean? Like literally, like I remember getting in trouble for being inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't come back until it's dark.
Yeah, like you know, that's what I tried telling him. I'm like, ask your grandmother. Like like there was the rule. Like my dad worked third shift, so like his ass came home, ate some
he
dinner,
slept all day, right?
ate some dinner at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then it was like we had swim lessons at 9, and then it was don't come the fuck home until after 5. Yes, sir.
Oh, and that's what I laughed about. I was like, man, I literally remember
Here's
getting in
$10.
trouble for sitting around and
Yeah,
doing
like
nothing.
here's $10 to go get lunch. You know, like every day. You know, you were going to you know, we were like 10, 12 years old. Like, you know, going down the street to the fucking store for a hoagie or a piece of pizza or something. You know, like. But it wasn't just you; it was the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, kids nowadays, dude, have no idea like what they've truly missed out on. You know, they think that they got it made with all the technology, but man, that's such a distraction from like so many good things and you know, just good experiences too. You know, like you actually had to like, you know, give people your time and shit. You know, like you could, oh, I'll just text them later. You know, it's like you didn't have any appreciation for the time that you got.
No, fuck no, you want to know where your friends were? You had to get on your bicycle and
ride around town all fucking day looking for them. Yeah, go to his house. Fuck no, you ain't here.
Yeah, because you definitely couldn't call their house and ask if they were there. You had to ride your fucking bicycle there. You know, now my kids are like, they've had cell phones since they were 8. That's because they were the only kids in their class without them.
And isn't that fucking crazy? Like, who the fuck at that age need?
I mean, like, who do you go to school with? Who are their parents? Because I'm gonna punch them in the face.
Right.
What the fuck? You're 8. Where do you go? School and home. You don't need a fucking phone.
Right.
That's what I tell them. You go venture off, you get a phone. But my oldest, he's into the dirt bikes and shit, so he does.
That's good.
That's where we were today, buying my youngest a 1986 Honda 70.
Oh, sick, dude. Three-wheeler?
Four-wheeler.
Oh, okay. Dude, I miss the days of the three-wheelers, man. We had a big red Honda, dude. Like,
I have a...
Really? Oh, we got so fucked up on that thing, man. We wrecked that thing twice a day.
We had a Honda 70 three-wheeler.
Sick, dude. I wish they'd bring them back, but they're just
They're
death
dangerous.
machines.
They're not
Anything's dangerous.
That's what they say.
Anything's dangerous, but you know.
Them bikes didn't hardly have no. You know, that's the fucked up part is them bikes didn't have no power back then, and it's like what they have now. You know.
Right.
Yeah, dude, you nailed that. That's what I wanted.
I appreciate that, man. Like, that's what it's all about, dude. Like I said, I mean, I could have, you know, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's hard for me to understand the mentality sometimes. Like, to hear all kinds of crazy stories, you know, people trying to get shit done. And like I said, like, it just seems like at the end of the day, it's like they just don't want to do it or what.
Yeah, the other jack up across town's like I only open my books in August for, and they're usually closed again in 2 weeks. So you can try to call then, but
Laziness, right?
like, yeah, and what? Like, do you not like money?
And the thing is, I mean, like
I get to a point like being to a point in life where you don't have to work 50 or 60 hours
so I was just gonna say,
a week. Like, I get that to a point. There is a lot of people with that mentality. But like, I just took a new job where it's a big corporation out in Pittsburgh that is a developer, you know, and I'm a site superintendent. Where I've done construction my whole life, right? So like, I used to work like for this developer as a contractor. And
Okay.
I'd do like 60 hours a week. So I was always jealous of these assholes being done in 40.
right.
You know, they talk shit, you know? So, like, I got more money to sign for 45 hours. I've been there a month now, and I haven't worked less than 50 hours.
Wow.
And it's not, no one's making me. I just don't know when to stop.
Well, you got a good work ethic. That's
I
the
don't know
thing.
when to
Like,
go home.
you know,
So it's like, don't tell me that shit, because, like, you know, everybody likes money, and who the fuck today has enough money? You know, that's the way I look at it. Like, everything costs so goddamn much.
right?
Like, I go by there all the time, man. Your lights are never on.
I was just
you're
gonna
not
say that
in
too,
there.
man. Like, I never see anybody even outside in there. Nothing, dude. Lights are always off.
Yeah, it's like, I know who you are, dude. I know that you're not fucking independently wealthy and not tattooing for a hobby.
Right.
Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like,
What's the deal here? You know, what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
like,
is it just me or like what the fuck? Like,
no, because other people, you know.
right. Oh, we've heard it, you know, a lot, dude. Like, and before we, you know, landed here and had this shop, dude, like as a common courtesy, I always, you know, call around, stop in a local tattoo shop and say, hey, you know, I'm a fellow artist, you know, looking to move into this space, and you know, like I couldn't even get someone to answer the phone. And I'm talking like 3 months of just calling like a couple times a week, just whenever I had a little bit of free time, I just kind of see, you know, but nothing, dude.
And it's just like,
Not a single fucking person ever answered that phone. It's like, how do you run it? I mean, how do you run a business?
hey, we run a dog boarding kennel, so like, you know, we understand that, you know, like some people want to pick up late, they want to drop off early outside of your normal, you know, hours, and it's like, you don't. I mean, you try to stay to what you are, but like.
Well,
you
the
know,
thing is
like,
if you're not willing to accommodate your customer, then you're
You're not
already
gonna have
shooting
no-
yourself in the foot.
yeah.
You know, and like, because that's what I just
He's-
explained to this lady that was just in here.
He's gotta be, and like, I'm just saying, he's gotta be losing thousands of dollars a week in opportunity.
Right, and
And you
obviously
just told me
he's
you're
cool
just
with that.
sitting here.
but-
I remember talking to you guys months ago before you even opened up your shop here. Somehow we had a conversation about you guys were coming to town but not open yet. I don't know how that happened.
Well, I know before I mean, because we had this spot about 2 months or so before we like announced it, but we did, you know, put it out there online. We put it out there.
So
on
maybe
Yelp
that's
and
where it
stuff.
was, and
So,
I
like, if
remember-
anybody was googling local shops, our shop would come up.
So maybe that's where the conversation
Yeah,
was.
because I think you did call, you know, and we explained that we weren't open yet.
Right, yeah, and you know, so it's like, now you haven't been there. Now you guys haven't been here that long, and you're already telling me you're booked up. You don't have no problem finding work. It's like, so that just tells me like how lazy is that guy that he actually hates money. Like, how can you
Oh,
not?
over there.
Yeah, and the same guy. There's a guy up in Kane.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name.
I don't know anyone up there, so.
Well, and like I was telling that
What the
lady
hell
that
is
was
his
just
name? You have to ask Rachel about it.
Oh, okay.
Then when she comes back in, I'm sure she'll be
Yeah.
not too far along. And
Right?
she had a couple appointments. In the last one, it was COVID. He canceled last minute because he had COVID, and it's like at the end of COVID, like that fucking COVID ain't a thing no more, bro.
right.
You know, like.
Yeah, let them know
And
beforehand, you know.
well, so then she's like, so like, can we reschedule this or what? He's like, oh yeah, you'll be like 6 months out.
Oh, get out.
So you just shit on me after making me wait.
And if you already put
Like
out a
3
deposit,
months.
you're burnt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, then you get COVID, which we get, but it's like you would think, okay,
It's not her fault.
right? I would think that, oh, if I had COVID and I missed a week of tattooing,
Yeah.
I would like,
You'd be ramped up trying to get
I'd
everybody
work,
back in.
I'd work an extra 10 hours a week to try to.
Exactly.
You definitely trying to get those clients back in that you just had to push back 6 months instead.
Yeah, you know.
Well, and that's what I say all the time. It's like, yeah, I could be backed up 6 months if I only want to work 4 hours a day, one tattoo a day. Don't want to work on the weekends. Don't want to work after 5. If I'm not willing to accommodate anybody, fuck yeah, I'd be booked up for 2 years.
Right?
But you know what I mean? Like we bend over backwards to do, you know.
Yeah, it's like.
Same
And
thing
you
with,
can't,
like,
hey, you can't find a lot of places. Oh, we're closed at 7 during the week, and we don't tattoo on weekends. Holy fuck, how come?
well, then how you
How,
doing anywhere?
how was it 20 years ago? I never was into tattoos because back then, but a lot of my friends were getting a lot of tattoos, and that would be like Saturday night. You know, you'd be.
Well, and that's, I mean, now they
But that
expect
was a
you
lot
what?
different too. You used to
Oh,
go
well,
to a tattoo place and sit in
call
the
off.
back room and smoke a joint and drink
Right.
a fucking bottle
Now they
of
expect you to
whiskey.
call off work and take a day off work and not have your kids with you. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, it's like holy shit.
Yeah. Shit was different then.
Yeah,
too,
because
but
that's the thing. Like, you
it
know,
was more of an atmosphere.
well, an artist actually wanted to work.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
now it's like nobody wants to work, and it's fucking infecting the tattoo industry.
But you used to go into a tattoo shop back then, like, you know, there'd be 4 or 5 artists in there, and like I said, there'd be people hanging out in there,
That's the other thing too.
having a few drinks, and you know, they were leaning about other
Right,
shit.
nice chill.
You know, it was like that atmosphere where, like, you know, your buddies are getting in there. Like I said, I have one dude, my brother, he's all fucking tribed up, and it was like we hung out for hours.
Dude, I miss those sessions, dude, where like all the homies are there, man. Late night session with the boys, dude. We're just hanging out. Got some pizza, got something to smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just chilling out. Like that's the best. Like that's the best sessions ever. But and that's the other thing too is like
Place, maybe we can do that sometime.
not 90% of my career. I've been in my other tattoo shop. I was the only artist, one piercer, and I was never fucking booked up. And I tattooed every single day, 7 days a week. If I decided I wanted to take a trip, go ride, and do something, like I would just close down for a week or so. But like, that's what I mean. Some of these places have 2, 3, and 4 artists. Like, how are you that booked up? You know, and if you can only blame it on COVID for so long. You know, it's like you got to get in there and want to do the work to actually get through to these fucking people. But
Well, I think you do good work. I think you'll be just fine in this area.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna have any trouble whatsoever. Just because we're easy to work with, we're decent people. You know, we actually want to do tattoos.
That's just it.
You know, like that's what I mean. Like, shit. Yeah, I can't wait until, you know, after the baby's born and stuff like that, and she can get back to tattooing. You know, we'll be really running shit then.
I can't freaking wait.
For real. Yeah, and as you
I
see,
mean, just
even
let me
with
know.
this,
When you're ready, you just put me on your schedule.
there you go.
Alright.
Well,
We'll do something. We'll figure something out.
and with this as a perfect example, like obviously we could have said, oh, well, we're, you know, because we are booking
Dude, I got a
into-
notebook full of shit that I want to
Really?
get done, and you know,
Oh, cool.
But we figured you would understand. Like, I mean, especially like, you know, it's like I was like, shit, we could get you in next week. You know, like
Yeah,
sure, we're booked up, and I could have easily said, hey man, 2-3 week wait, easily. Like I said, we're booking into next month in December now. But for this, dude, and after what you went through, man, it's like,
Yeah,
fuck, dude, let's
like,
just get you in and get it in, dude.
now you're here, I won't have to fucking worry about looking at anything
Right.
else. Like, you know what I mean? 'Cause-
Well, and that's what I mean. That gives you a little bit of an indication of how we run things around here, dude. We're all about the customer here, man.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm in construction as a superintendent. So, like, when people don't have the initiative to want to do extra, it's, like, hard to want to deal with them. It's like, I was, like, flabbergasted. And you're like, yeah, I do this Saturday. I was like, well, yeah.
Well, and too, it's like, you know, do they have any respect for your time also? Because it's like, you know, I get that you got to be on the artist time and their schedule, but, like, you got a life too. You know, like, so I mean, what, they expect you to call off work, get rid of your kids before you come down? Like, it's like, man, not everybody can just do that. You know? Yeah, so we're
Because I was supposed to get that, was it Wednesday or Thursday night, and then Tom texted me. He's like, yo, man, I'm down at the shop. I thought you were coming in tonight. I was like, yeah, yo, man, I thought you were going to ink me, not fucking your boy there.
right. That's the other thing too. That's like, oh yeah, well John will do it.
Yeah, it's like,
There's another place that I will mention since we're on the live, but there's another place that it was like, you know, we wanted to actually go and get something done, and they're like, well, yeah, we can do it, and then when we were actually looking to go get it done, it's like, oh, well, my apprentice is there, they'll do it. It's like, well, that's not the same fucking thing. I don't want your apprentice to do it. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're not going to be there to see your apprentice is doing it right.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
what I'm
thanks,
saying.
no thanks.
yeah, so, you know, kind of with that whole theme, every rose has its thorn, and,
yeah, right.
you know, we buy this horse farm for my wife and daughter, and it hasn't been nothing but fucking a thorn in my side, like,
Yeah.
and it's like that, the bit of beauty that everybody comes there and is like, this place is perfect and gorgeous, you know. Everybody uses the word, you're so lucky to have this. It's like, no, fuck you.
Luck has nothing to do with it.
this motherfucker. Like,
Hard fucking work, man.
you
That's
know,
what
and
does
it's
it.
just like,
Now this is called hard work.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, you know, and it's like,
Yeah, the only thing that, you know, I can say that we're really fortunate and lucky about is that we're lucky that we have the brains that we do, because we know that anything worthwhile is going to take a lot of fucking work and a lot of
Right.
time.
Yeah.
You know, and so many people don't understand that everybody wants instant gratification now. You know, and like there's a lot of things in life where, like, you know, you're going to put a lot of work in and see no results for a long time, you know, and you just have to trust the process.
right.
What do you think of that, man?
Dude, you fucking nailed that. I love that shit.
Sick, dude. Really, really, really happy with that, man. That looks great. Yeah, like I said, that is, you know, so different in so many ways, man, to like the stuff that you see get tattooed all the time. You know, nice fine line, dude. Sharp fucking barbed wire. By far the coolest rose I've ever tattooed.
Right? Yeah, dude.
No offense to anybody watching that I may have done a rose tattoo for.
Yeah.
Your rose is still cool.
I was gonna say, yours doesn't suck.
But this one's cooler. Well, I made that a joke one time about, like, because, you know, you get into these conversations and you don't really think about who's listening, but I was like, oh, yeah, I fucking hate tri-one. You know, I can't stand doing it. And I didn't know that a dude was sitting in my waiting room waiting to have some tribe work. I'm like, I was just talking shit, man. You know, yours is cool. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, literally said right here, like, fucking no driving.
That's fucking everyone, man. You got a few of them?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Because, like, you
Gotta
know,
get one to your boy.
yeah.
I like that you said he's tribing. He said he's been tribing. All right, so we're gonna take a short hiatus. See what we're getting into. Thank everybody for watching. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe, do all that YouTube shit, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Yeah, I was pointing it towards you.